You just received a notification from the bank. In doing so, you receive a email stating that your account has a restriction. You immediately click on the link and you go ahead and you give all your login information, thus giving the keys towards a lock on your personal information. Upon doing so, you realize something's off and you're not allowed to get into your account. You dismiss it and you go on with your day. Later on throughout the day, you recognize that something's wrong. You click and you log in on your bank account, and upon doing so, you realize that all your funds have been liquidated and taken out of your account. You've just been made a victim to social engineering and phishing. Good afternoon, my name is Julio Oriana. I am currently studying for information science in a concentration to cybersecurity. One of the biggest deals that we have in cyber threats that we have to this day is phishing and social engineering. Moreover, today's lecture, I'd like to go ahead and educate y'all over these cyber threats, and on top of that, go ahead and give you guys exactly who is susceptible, and on top of that, how we can combat and prevent such issues. And start off, what is phishing and social engineering? According to Dr. Earl Zakaya from his book in Learn Social Engineering, he does an interview with Jonathan Trull, who is the senior director at Microsoft in the cybersecurity group. Jonathan Trull goes ahead and states that social engineering is involving clever manipulations of human tendencies of trust to obtain information to facilitate fraud. On top of that, Dr. Zakaya later goes on and states that phishing is the practice of sending emails that appear to be reputable sources with goals of influencing or gaining personal information. At the end of the day, social engineering and phishing go hand in hand, in which they manipulate and try to find a way to go ahead and get your private information, whether it be through the use of baiting, email scams, website scams, or manipulation. So now that we know exactly what phishing and social engineering is, who is susceptible to it? When we go ahead and we think about who is susceptible to these cyber threats, we usually think about those who are usually that live in the past or very technology illiterate. We usually think about those who are easily going to give away their locks and keys to their personal information. Those who are very adept to navigating the cyber world. However, the truth of the matter is that everyone is susceptible towards these cyber threats. Matter of fact, Dr. Zakaya, again in his book of Learning Social Engineering, goes ahead and states that in 2014, Yahoo, the big email company, suffered a cyber attack in which over 500 million of their users' private information was made exposed towards bad faith actors. Moreover, Dr. Zakaya goes ahead and states that FBI later goes ahead and states that social engineering was implemented into causing this attack. Dr. Zakaya also states that no one is secure if even one of the oldest email companies in the world is able to be attacked under such a simple yet effective manner of cyber threat, which is social engineering. Moreover, to go ahead and give more structure and balance to this, Chris Haggany and Michelle Fincher, in their book of Phishing Dark Waters, conducted a case study in which over 15,000 emails were sent out, with over 791 emails being opened and login information being submitted. This goes ahead and states and shows that it only takes one person to go ahead and give information, to go ahead and give access to these private networks to achieve the login and the access to these sensitive data that these bad faith actors are looking for. Now that we understand exactly who is susceptible and we have a common understanding and education over what phishing and social engineering is, I'd like to go ahead and discuss how we can combat and prevent such issues. Okay, to go ahead and combat and prevent, we have references from the Computer Security Quick Reference Guide by the Bart-Charton Corporation, which state that education, awareness, and attention are the key components to go ahead and creating a great security plan to combat and prevent such losses from these cyber threats. Moreover, the Computer Security Quick Reference Guide by the Bart-Charton Corporation goes in and states that the best way to protect oneself is with education. Most importantly, because criminals are always plotting and switching their schemes and scams on how they go ahead and access your data or try to access your data. Moving forward, awareness is very important. Even Dr. Zakaya in his book goes ahead and states that to prevent social engineering attacks, we must be able to identify them and be aware exactly to how these social engineering attacks are and what social engineering is as well. So thus, education and awareness being one of the same side of the coin. Also, must be able to go ahead and recognize those baiting, phishing, and the baiting forms and phishing forms and how social engineering is being utilized. And most importantly, the bad grammar, the unusual email sender, and the poor website development that a lot of these cyber threats go ahead and have a common link to. Dr. Zakaya also states that in his book that baiting has caused over $7 million in losses from victims, okay? And on top of that, Hagerty and Michel go ahead and state that even though we might have a security plan, even though we might implement all this, that actual practice to the security plan and creating good habits is the actual and the only way on how we can go ahead and certify that we prevent such losses to occur. In conclusion, I hope my lecture today not only goes ahead and gives you guys the education, the awareness, the understanding of who is susceptible, which is all of us, but also the ability and the information to how to combat, secure the keys, make sure you don't give away the lock to your personal privacy and sensitive information, and make sure that at the end of the day, we are all conducting and having safe, secure networking and internet practices to secure our private data. To go ahead and close off, I'd like to go ahead and give you guys a quote from Chris Hagerty and Michel Fincher's book of Fishing the Dark Water, which goes ahead and states, good education has lots of benefits for both the employer and the employee. By creating smart and aware staff, you are teaching them good habits that carry over to personal life. And I think that's very important.